We'll confirm with Nisha Didi, then only we'll start the session.
I am ready. Whatever. If you are ready, everybody has joined.
Yes, we have given Zoom link on YouTube, both Nisha Chichi.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
So you want to
we can start on time. We can start on time.
Okay. Should I start or
Dilish, shall we start, Dilish?
Yes,
I will just
start.
Yeah.
Okay, over to you.
Jai Gurudev, and good morning to one and all present here. Shri Gurubhyo Namah, Hari Om. On behalf of the SSRVM Trust, it is my greatest pleasure to welcome all our principals, teachers, and parents on this online meeting. A very, very warm welcome to each one of you. As you know, we are all here for a wonderful reason, for an eagerly awaited session on wellness. And in continuation of the various activities and the sessions we have conducted for the schools, we are so happy to have this session on wellness by none other than our Dr. Nisha Manikantanji. A very warm welcome to you, Nisha Manikantanji. Thank you so much. And so our teams have been really waiting, and we have been so happy that you have consented to our request and here for us for this lovely session. Thank you so much. Yeah. Now, before we go ahead, I would just speak a few words. Everybody knows Nisha ji. Everybody has seen Nisha ji with us, on the screen, and we all know. But just for the benefit, since people all over the country, our parents and teachers have joined, I would just briefly introduce. Of course, it cannot be brief, but I'll try to make it as brief because there's so much to tell about Nisha ji. Yeah. Dr. Nisha Manikantanji is an internationally acclaimed art of living faculty and Ayurveda physician who travels across the globe taking advanced meditation programs and spreading Ayurvedic wisdom to different parts of the world. Associated with the Art of Living movement founded by our Gurudev for over 25 years as a full-time volunteer, Dr. Nisha has traveled more than 30 countries, initiating people into meditation and thousands of people into meditation all over the world, including ministers, ambassadors, diplomats, corporates, and health leaders. Dr. Nisha is the founding director, Sri Sri Ayurveda, and currently she is also chief trainer at Sri Sri Tattva Center for Holistic Wellness and visiting consultant in USA and South American countries, and international director for the Art of Living wellness programs. Nisha ji is also a trainer for Living Well programs of Art of Living, de-stress programs of Art of Living, trauma incidents, reduction counseling techniques, and de-addiction programs. Dr. Nisha is not just an ordinary physician in the normal sense of the word of being someone who ordinarily treats patients, but is one of a rare kind who heals them whole in all aspects of wellness, be it the mind, body, or the spirit. Nishaji's vast and varied knowledge combined with extensive experience in the field of holistic health has led her to approach the human quest for wellness in its totality. Apart from that, she's also a highly accomplished wellness and lifestyle advisor and a prolific writer. Currently, Nishaji is the director and chief consultant at the Integrated Cancer Care Programs at the Sri Sri College of Ayurvedic Science and Research, bridging the gap between conventional medicine and the patient's practical needs and challenges, and also helping them get back to the mainstream of life. Nishaji believes in integrated medicine for better health and vitality and encourages her patients to avail multidimensional approach to healing. I mean, we are so fortunate, Nishaji, to have you with us and to take up our principals, teachers, and parents with all your words of, of wisdom on wellness and what we could do to get better on that front in our lives. Thank you so much. Extend a very, very warm welcome to you and to your team. Jai Gurudev. Over to you, Nishaji. Nishaji, you're muted. You're on mute.
Thank you so much, Binduji, for your kind words. I am also very happy because it is a very, it's very close to heart to address our own children, and parents are also there, right?
Yeah.
Parents and teaching faculty,
Yeah.
the whole team who are, your whole team. I am very proud of you, the whole SSRVM team. You are making a huge difference in the society. So, because we have a mixed crowd, no, I have aimed at children for whatever I will talk. No, I will be talking something which is relevant to kids. That's what we are here for. No. Okay, so in the field of wellness, Ayurveda has a major role to play, because if you see, Ayurveda has two well-developed branches. One is the science of wellness, and other is the science of therapeutics. And the wellness means health. We all know the definition of health. Health is not mere absence of disease, but health is being established in the self. There is a word called swastha in Sanskrit, in Ayurveda. Swa means self, sta means being established. So being established in the self means you consider both body and mind. Generally, when we talk about wellness and health, till recently, we always talked about physical health. But now the whole world knows health is also about the mental aspect, emotional wellness, intellectual wellness, social wellness. So, especially when kids are considered, it is mostly physical wellness, emotional wellness, and intellectual wellness. Of course, social wellness also, the social environment also plays a lot of importance in the kids' well-being. So about health, something like health is being established in the self. This is the definition of Ayurveda. But there is a very interesting thing which Gurudev has said: health is the dynamic expression of life. One more step ahead. You are healthy, you are established in the self, but you have to participate in life 100%. So health is the dynamic expression of life. That's what we have heard. No, Gurudev said, life is joy, life is enthusiasm. So when does life become joyful and enthusiastic? Only when we are well, totally. So if you're in the kids, as teachers also, and also as parents also, you have seen, no, kids want to give their best always. That is their nature. But many things stop them. It can be either physical or mental. So right now it is a huge area where we have to address this, how to give the 100% potential, how to give the whole potential of their life by contributing to the wellness. So the wellness encompasses a healthy body, a sound mind, and a peaceful self. So any intervention that promotes a healthy lifestyle and prevent diseases, that comes under the wellness. And see, we will take one by one. If you think about physical wellness, 3 major parts we can consider. One is proper nutrition, one is proper rest, and physical activity. And when you come to mental health, a healthy mindset and a healthy social environment, because it influences the kid. And we'll look into all this little. We have 1 hour, right? So whatever possible we will do. So proper nutrition, physical activity, and proper sleep. These are the obvious ways to improve the physical well-being. And always a healthy body and healthy mind works in tandem. It is like, anything which affects our mind will reflect in the body, and anything which affects the body will reflect in the mind. Like, if you are angry, when you're angry, you can feel, your face become red and hot, body become hot. When you're very angry, you can feel that heat coming from the body and face become red. That means the state of mind immediately reflected in the body. And when you are fearful, your hand trembles. So the state of mind immediately reflected in the body. So like that, there is very close connection. If you think, no, you just imagine imagine some lemon juice poured into your tongue. Just by imagining, the mouth will be full of water, mouth waters. So you didn't even have to put the lemon juice inside the mouth. Only the thought has created that watering of the mouth. So that is the influence of the mind on the body. So taking care of the mind is equally important like taking care of the body. But many times, any wellness, no, we think about kids, we always think about feeding the kid properly and making the physical activity. But here we will give a little more importance to taking care of the mind. So physical wellness also contributes to intellectual development. And physical wellness will take first, we can think about physical activity. Of course, kids naturally have physical activity, but nowadays we have seen, because of these gadgets and screen time, the physical activity of kids have come down. And only if they are physically, human body is made to be active. It is not made to sit down. And we have heard that sitting is the new smoking, because the adults, this is for adults, but what we see nowadays is kids just sit indoor with this, taking a gadget on the hand and spending either in social media or in video games. So this is a very unnatural trend and very unhealthy trend. So how physical activity or exercise benefit the kid is, it has a direct influence on the brain health. It improves attention, memory. It will reduce the risk of any type of depression. And physically, it will help to build strong muscles, endurance, and it improves blood pressure, and it improves, it helps the heart. It helps the heart by aerobic activity and strengthens the bones. And also it helps to regulate the body weight and reduce the body fat. We see nowadays kids have a tendency to become little overweight. Generally, we see kids run around everywhere. Like in ashram, we had a project of collecting flowers and herbs and all. So first, a team of adults were doing it, and the moment we gave this task to there are a group of kids who live here from Northeast. We gave it was so nice to see the kids. Immediately they climbed the tree, and within 5 minutes we got all the herbs which we need. So that is the potential of a kid. So that is where we have to bring our kids back to. So exercise, see, all type of outdoor games are exercise, sports activities are exercise which kids can do, and they can do cycling, running, jogging, skipping, very intense physical activity kids can do, and we can make them do. Dancing, all those activities. So I hope all our kids are doing that. If you're not doing that, you should start doing this. Every day, at least half an hour of exercise or physical activity dedicated. Even throughout the day, you run around all those things, but dedicated activity you should plan in your schedule. And another thing which affects the wellness, what we have seen, is sleep. If you divide a day into two, 12 hours is for activity and nourishment, and 12 hours is for rest and detox. And this is very important. We know sleep, early to bed and early to rise. You have heard this from your parents and teachers a lot. And this makes a lot of sense. There is something called Ayurvedic body clock. And according to Ayurvedic body clock, every time of the day, the energy will be different. You have also observed, around 9 o'clock, your eyes close. Between 9 and 9:30, your eyes close. Some that wish to sleep naturally comes up in the body. But they are not used to sleep that time. So you shake that sleep away and then you stay awake. Yeah. And once that 10 o'clock is crossed, then suddenly you become very aware, very alert. Then you feel, okay, let me finish my homework, or let me watch a movie, or let me go into social media, because the mind is all alert. And then you sleep very late. This is because, like, there is something different energies in our body. One energy is called kapha. It is made up of the earth and water element. So when kapha dominates, kapha is little heaviness. So kapha helps us in two things. One is to nourish the body, and one is to relax. Only when kapha rises, you can sleep. So 6 to 10 p.m. is the kapha time in the night. So that time kapha rises in your body and it demands you to sleep, so that your body get rest. Whole day of activity and your body needs rest. That is why 9:30 you feel sleepy. Your body naturally asks you to sleep. But if you don't do that, then your quality of sleep will be affected. Because after 10 again, pitta rises. Pitta is the energy of fire element in the body. So pitta has two jobs. Daytime pitta will help you to digest all the food you eat, and also digest mentally whatever you studied, all that. But the night pitta is for intense detox. So because it is pitta, after 10 you feel awakened. But that pitta is not to be alert and awakened. That pitta is for you to deeply detox. And that deep detox will happen only if you're in deep sleep. So that detox time is 12 to 2. And by 12, you should be in deep sleep. So at least by 10 o'clock, you should sleep. Then you get a very deep sleep. And sleep is an essential part of everyone's routine. It's a very important part in healthy lifestyle. For if you get a quality sleep, you get physically well and mentally well. And there are so many studies on sleep. Study on kids, it was showing that, like, if you sleep properly, adequate amount of sleep and quality sleep, then your attention improves, your behavior, learning, memory, and overall mental and physical health improves. This is what the study says. Because the sleep is the time for restoration. Whatever happened in the daytime, because situations, people, so many things affect you, right? All that trauma, everything is restored, and whatever the body went through, that is all restored. So then this is the time to recharge. And also whatever you have learned during the day, that information can be retained in sleep. During the sleep, deep sleep, we call it non-REM sleep. The body's energy is restored and growth and repair occurs. And also brain development hormones are released during the sleep. And this all will happen only if your sleep is of good quality. So children with less sleep tend to be less productive at school. That is the observations. They take more time to finish their work and they make more mistakes. So if you sleep properly, you are better at school. That is the key point. And also to manage your moods and impulses, always a good night of sleep is important. See, when you rest well, your brain learns more easily. So, and also when you sleep well, when you are awake, you are alert and awake more. So you can focus more. And so two ways it will help you in learning. One is when you rest well, then daytime you are alert well, and you will be able to focus more. You have also observed the day you did not sleep, next day the teacher will be teaching, nothing you can understand. You cannot focus. You will be sleepy. And secondly, when you sleep, as we said, no, all the memories are consolidated and long-term memories are built. See, whatever you learn, you memorize, only then you can appear well in the exam, right? So for that memory retention also, sleep is very important. So that is why That is why it's very important to sleep well. You have to make a sleep schedule. That is important. You make your sleep schedule from maybe 10 to 6 is a good time. Or 9:30 to 5:30 is a good time to sleep. 8 hours of sleep. You need a lot of sleep. Especially nowadays, you have to learn a lot. So you need 8 proper hours of sleep, and sleep will happen properly when you sleep every day at the same time. So make your sleep schedule, and there are certain things which will help you to sleep better. You keep your dinner little early, 2 hours before your sleep, and also reduce the screen time. Make sure at least half an hour before your screen time should be over. Don't look in the screen. And also set your sleep environment very good. No lights, no sound, and no cluttering. Sleep, you should make a big drama out of your sleeping time. Make your room ready and tell everybody, I'm going to sleep, don't disturb me. So like that, make a good sleeping schedule. And don't, I believe you don't take coffee and all, your kids only. So don't take anything stimulating, soda or anything in the night, then your sleep will be affected. If you have some problem to sleep, you should always contact a Nadi doctor to get your Nadi checked and ask them why I am not able to sleep. Generally in our silence course, we tell adults to sleep like a child. So you have to make sure you sleep like a child only, then only adults can copy you. So you're noting down, no? I told you 2 things. One is about exercise and second is about sleep. You should note down. And third is good nutrition. You need proper nutrition to stay healthy, strong, to grow up healthy and strong. So nutrient-rich diet. That's why you need lot of energy. You need lot of energy to study, to run around, to climb the trees and explore. I hope you still climb trees. When we were kids, we were always above the trees. We have trees. Boys will climb high trees and girls will climb trees which are not so high but branched. So to do all that, you need energy, and energy will come only from nutrition. Everything begins, your physical, mental wellness begins with the food we eat. Actually, we say food acts as medicine. Sometimes, when you get a small stomach pain or anything, your mother doesn't give pills, they give some ginger and salt to chew. So like that, there are certain medicines which we call spices. They also act as medicine. That's a different topic when we'll speak. And a healthy diet includes eating lot of vegetables and fruits and choosing whole grain food over polished food, and eating lot of protein food. Protein, almost all plant food has protein. Dals have a lot of protein, milk and milk products also have protein. And even plant food, nuts and seeds have protein. All vegetables have protein, especially tomatoes, broccoli and all have more protein than animal protein. And so don't think if you don't take animal protein, you lack in protein. No, plant protein is much easier to digest also. But you make sure you get enough protein because you're growing age. And limit very ultra processed food and very highly processed junk food. I know you all like all those food, but limit yourself. Eating once a while, it's okay. But every time you eat, you should see how much percentage is healthy food and how much percentage is not so healthy food. And drink a lot of water. Nowadays, drinking, you have so many choices. Make water your drink of choice. So this is what in a nutshell we can talk about healthy eating. And also good eating habits also make a lot of difference. Eat on time. You fix your time. Every kid hunger is different. Ayurveda, we say Agni. Your Agni is different. Like when you go to eat outside, you can see your friend is ordering a full course meal and eating the whole thing, but you can eat only a little salad and little one roti, you eat, your stomach is full. That is because your friend's acne is different, your acne is different. You need to know how your digestive capacity is. So in coming days, no, one of the we will arrange a talk, no, for how to find out your acne, how to find out your prakriti and all. So depending on your acne, your capacity, you should decide your meal time. It can be 3-time meal or 4-time meal, not needed. Anybody doesn't need more than that. Unless you are very sick, and some of our patients, we tell them to eat 5 times. Otherwise, no kids need more than 4 times. So you fix your 4-time meal in the 12 hours eating window. So you can choose this 12 hours, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That is up to you. Choose 12 hours and your eating should only be in that 12 hours. You can divide the meal into 3 or 4 and don't snack in between. Whatever snack you want, make it as a meal. So other than this 4 meal, you should not snack in between. So it can be 3 meal and 1 snack. Then it becomes 3 or 4 meal. I hope you got this. So this is very important. Don't eat throughout the day. When you eat and then you finish. Just think about a mixer. You cannot make a mixer work whole day. Then the mixer will crash. So our digestive system is also like that. You cannot make your digestive system work all throughout the day. So I would say 3 meal you stick to breakfast, lunch and dinner. That should be okay. And do not eat at night time. So these are the good eating habits and proper quantity of food. You should find out. Quantity also depends upon your prakriti, and you will be able to find out how much quantity is good for you. Less quantity is also bad. If you need to eat, no? Only then you will be healthy. So eat properly and do not overeat. However tasty it is, don't overeat. So if you want to know, no, generally we say when you eat, you feel I can have 1 more roti or I can have 1 more scoop of rice. That is the time when you should stop. You should leave little space in the stomach. Do not fill your stomach with food. This is how easy way to find out what is the proper quantity you can take. So the healthy eating is very important to maintain your energy, stable energy. Many days you feel till afternoon you have energy and afternoon you feel very sleepy, tired, all that. This is because your nutrition is not proper. And also for strong bones, teeth, you need proper nutrition. For healthy weight, you need proper nutrition. And even your nutrition affects your thinking ability. If you want to think clearly and be more alert, you need to eat properly. And of course, to prevent diseases. So these 3 things. So you have to make a eating schedule also. Now you have exercise schedule, what you will do, when you will do, and you have sleep schedule, when you will sleep and how you will prepare for sleep. And then you have nutrition. Make your nutrition, take the help of your parents and make a nutrition schedule. What you will eat, when you will eat, what not you will eat, what you will limit, when will you drink water, all these things. You have a lot of homework. You should write this down and send to me. Now let's come to emotional wellness, good mental health. Mental health is very important because it helps you to develop skills, strength, and ability to cope with all situations in life and become healthy adults. See, it's not like before, no? Children have a lot of challenges now. So you also need to find out ways to cope with all the situations. You help to learn. You have to help to learn to manage your feelings. And also, if you are mentally healthy, you can get strong relationships. And you have like your family relationship is there, relationship with your friends in the school, your teachers, and your social being. So now, the society is becoming more relevant to you as you grow up. And also very common issue we see with kids is anxiety and depression. And so that is why the mental health is very, very important. See, many things we learn from school, but we are not learning how to manage our own mind. No? So that is why little bit more we will learn about that today. So socially, emotionally, mentally, and physically, your development depends on your mental health. Of course, physical activity, eating habits, and quality sleep also contribute to mental health. But learning healthy coping mechanisms to stress is that which we need to learn. Because there is a lot of fear among kids, a lot of identity problems and peer pressure and anxiety about many things. This is much more we see in last 10, 15 years. So to learn healthy coping mechanism, we have everything is there in Art of Living. No, you can learn yoga, you can learn pranayam, Sudarshan Kriya, meditation. See, yoga, it's and Gurudev says learn yoga from a kid, because naturally kids know, even babies do yoga. So it is so natural to you and it's so easy for you to do. Many of the yogas, sometimes certain complicated yogas adults cannot do, but children can do it easily. So at very young age, you should start learning yoga. Do we have yoga and all, Binduji? They learn it?
Yes, they do, Nisha ji.
Okay,
They
okay.
do.
Pranayam,
We have a
Sudarshan.
syllabus. We have a syllabus for yoga.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
They are also Meda Yoga and
Pragya yoga.
Karsh Yoga and even Pragya Yoga now. It's
Okay.
all schools, they've started doing the Pragya Yoga also this year.
Oh, so happy to hear that. Because we get kids, I was doing trauma incidents reduction program for many years. Now I don't get time. That is the kind of counseling. So we had counsel a lot of kids, group counseling and also individual. So every time I counsel, I will feel okay. The answer for this is actually all these practices, yogic practices and meditation and all. So apart from your exercise, 10 minutes of yoga you should plan, because yoga also gives balance, strength, endurance, and flexibility. And it also helps you to become more centered, more strong. And breathing exercise also, like the tuned breath. That's what it's important to learn to breathe better. Many times we don't use our whole capacity of the lungs. So when you learn pranayam, you learn to breathe better. The trained breath, you get a trained breath and a tuned breath. And what breath, trained and tuned breath gives to you is it will fill you with joy, alertness, and vitality. That is an easy way to be joyful, very energetic, and being alert. Morning is small. 5 minutes of breathing practice makes you full of joy, vitality, and alertness. And studies how it helps you. It helps you to focus. In your Metta Yoga class, you must have seen how breathing, a certain breathing technique improve your focus. And it helps you to finish your task very quickly. And also, see, happy childhood is a combination of activity and rest, So breathing helps you to rest better, and breathing also gives you rest in between your hectic schedule. So in between, you can sit and do a small breathing technique which helps you to perform better throughout the other part of the day, next part of the day. And it helps you to relax. It helps you to focus. It reduces your stress and anxiety. And oxygen levels, increase the body's oxygen levels, which is very, very important. Last 2 years, we saw the importance of oxygen levels in the body, during COVID. And also the oxygen levels in the body decides the amount of energy you have. Yeah, if your oxygen levels are high, then your whole body functions well. An easy way to increase your oxygen level is doing pranayama. And it also helps lowering heart rate. Heart rate is something which is connected, high heart rate is something which is connected with anxiety level in kids. So this also pranayam helps. And meditation, when sometime when we ask these kids to meditate, no, who have not done anything, they will wonder, oh, meditation is for old people, for adults. Why should we meditate? But a child, no, it is very easy for a child to meditate, because when we are in the womb of the mother, you are already in that meditative state. You didn't have anything to do. Everything is provided. You are in deep samadhi. So that is what is needed, that 9 months. But that memory, when you are baby and when you slowly grow up also, that memory is there. Oh, that state was so nice. At least sometime I need to go into that state. We do go into that state, but very deep sleep, you go into that state, you will not know. Very deep sleep. Some people do not even get that kind of deep sleep. But during daytime also, if you can go into that deep state at least for 2-3 seconds, that is enough to give you energy throughout the day. That is the importance of meditation. And children who meditate, they love to meditate, because they are more natural. So they like that state so much. So let's see the gross benefits of meditation, how meditation helps. And when you start regular meditation, what is observed in children? If we talk about little physiology, meditation strengthens the prefrontal cortex. That is the area this is the frontal area of the skull and brain. So this is responsible for thinking, organizing, planning, and reasoning, which is very, very important for a child. So that means meditation builds strong brains and you can learn more effectively. And of course, meditation helps you to lower your heart rate and respiration rate, so that your stress is handled very easily. If I talk about the physiology of that, it switches off the stress response and lower the level of stress hormone, which is called cortisol. Whenever we are stressed, cortisol is high in the body. And surprisingly, kids have high cortisol now, because kids also undergo stress, not only with their situation, they also are stressed with the parent situation or the family situation. If there is stress around, children are affected more. So when you meditate, whenever you are stressed, cortisol is released. So when you meditate, these levels of cortisol comes down. That is why it is very important to meditate. And it helps there is a thinking area of brain and there is an emotional area of brain. We have 2 areas in the brain. So it strengthens the thinking area, and also it helps the emotional area. It actually shrinks the emotional area so that the emotions, the expression or development of emotions very quickly will come down. That means it not only reduces the stress, but it also makes our brain less reactive to stress in long term. Like, if there is a situation, if you have observed, like your teacher scolds you or something happens, you are affected very badly one day, the same thing happened another day, you are not affected that. That means your brain has the capability to react to stress in different way. So the more you meditate, you will be more able to cope up with the situations. And because it calms down the stress response, it will allow you to focus better, concentrate better. And also your emotions become slowly in your control. And when your emotions are in your control, you will be able to be more productive in school. And see, when your brain is highly stressed, you are all the time, your mind is thinking of an imaginary threat. It is a very sad situation. That we see that in kids, always they are in an imaginary threat. That brings the energy so much down. They cannot study at all. They cannot be good in relationship. And the only answer, which I say effective answer for this, is to meditate. So start with, if you are not meditating, start with it. Maybe you have learned and you are not doing. And also self-awareness improves, self-regulation skills improve. You can think and then act. Many times you have a habit of without thinking and acting. And self-esteem also. Lot of kids we see has low confidence and they always compare, especially now, the social media is a big threat because people showcase all their good things in the social media. And we see that and we think, okay, this is life. Everybody else is getting a good life. I don't have a good life and I'm not good enough. This is very, very prominent problem now in kids. So that is not the case. Everybody will showcase their good side only. Everybody has up and down. Everybody has strengths and weakness. So if you have to guard yourself from all such influences, you need to have self-esteem. So meditation helps you become more aware of your thinking, and it allows you to observe what thoughts are coming, what can influence you, and then how it is impacting you. And that once you're aware of all this, you can find out the reality. I am also good. There is nothing lacking. Everybody, I am a child like everyone else. So this on your own, of course, there are a lot of things. Your teachers are helping, your parents are helping you to build up this. But this is also on your own also, you have to take responsibility for your own mindset. So meditation will help you for that. And also it also helps for better sleep. If you find it difficult to sleep, you can just do a yoga nidra before sleeping. Yoga nidra is a kind of meditation where you lie down and listen to some instructions that calms and relaxes both your mind and body, and it takes you, it gives you a perfect night of sweet dreams. And improved resilience is another outcome of meditation. When there are studies where kids started meditating from early age and they practice it regularly, their skill set improve, and they are not overwhelmed by big emotions or very stressed by different situations or influenced by very the badness of the society. There are certain things which are not good. We'll talk about that. And also, this is about your emotional wellness. You take responsibility by you during all these practices to improve your mental health, and also creating a happy environment. That is the role of parents. Enriching, happy, stimulating environment at home. And so that improves, that helps the child to be mentally very strong. And intellectually also, there is something called intellectual wellness also. Nice hobbies and interest in activities, enjoy. There are a lot of things which you can nurture your intellect. Doing some seva, doing group activities. I'm sure your school will be organizing all that. Personally, what you can do is, you can find hobbies which actually nurture yourself. And also, kids always learn by innovative ways. So plan with your friends, group discussions and visiting places, all that helps in your overall intellectual wellness. And what I want to tell you about intellectual wellness is, your screen time has a huge influence on your intellectual wellness. You limit the screen time of gadgets to maybe half an hour in a day, half to 1 hour, not more than that. And especially if you are involved in social media and video games and all this, very fast running, and which has an influence on your mind negatively, identify that and you limit that. So because your intellectual wellness comes down a lot if you are engaged in gadgets for a long time. So this is something you have to take care. So now You have to schedule your gadget time also, how much screen time you will have in a day. And something I was telling about a bad influence from the society, which is a big threat now, is about smoking, alcohol, and drugs. To ensure you lead a healthy life, make sure you stay away from all the substance abuses. I have been working on de-addiction for many years. I know in and out, and we have now a big team in Art of Living working for that. So this, because I got you in front of me, I would request you put some attention. Maybe that is a huge topic. Your teachers and your parents are there to help you, or Binduji, we can have experts, no? Like it needs time, no, to make children understand what is it and how it can influence you, how to stay away from it. We can organize another.
Sure. Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
so just write down this. I will stay away from all this substance, which is a very bad influence on me. I will find ways for that. This is what you should do. And to bring the best out of you, I would say intuition. Intuition, Gurudev says intuition means having the right thought at the right moment. That is what all of us want. Having a strong and well-developed intuition helps you in many ways, right? To take good decisions, to communicate better, to build confidence. And intuition also helps you for creation, creativity, discovery, innovation, and also academic performance, and to improve the interpersonal relationship. So I think you are familiar with Pragya Yoga, the intuition process. This is what I would suggest if you want to make the best of your potential. Because, our consciousness holds immense unexplored potential. And intuition process will help you to tap into these possibilities and very safely. It's a very, very finely designed program. And see, usually we perceive the world through 5 senses. And the 6th sense, that is called the intuition. And many of you must have got a glimpse of that also sometime, right? Sometime in life. Like, no, you write your exam, and when you write your exam, sometimes some question comes which you have not studied at all. And then what we do is a prayer comes from within you. Oh God, please give me the answer. This time, next time I will learn better. And I don't know, when we were children, we used to do this. And from nowhere the answer comes. You have not studied, you have not gone through that part of the text at all. But the answer comes and you write. That is because that prayerful state taps into your intuition ability. And then it just comes like downloading. So when you learn intuition process, this is what we are making use of, that intuition possibility. When we are given a life, let us make use of all the possibilities and live a very good life. So I think our time is up. So do you remember what I told you? Somebody want to put in the chat? I have told you 3 things of physical wellness. Make an exercise schedule, find out what exercise suit you, what you enjoy. And second is rest properly, make a sleep schedule. And also find out things, which you can sleep better. If you need help, always take the Nadi Vaidya's help. And third is good nutrition. Make your nutrition chart, give it to your mom, and discuss with your mom also. And then this 3 is about physical wellness. To take care of your emotional wellness, yoga, pranayam, some type of yoga, some type of pranayam, and Sudarshan Kriya, whatever you can do, we will teach you for your age group. And meditation. Maybe we can choose some meditation and send to you. What kids can do just before exam. My son, he was very small, and I remember every time before the exam, he will double his meditation and chanting and all. Even when he go just before going for exam in the car also he will be doing his Gayatri Japa. So we tell him, okay, you are very, very smart, you know this, all these things, so you are doing double. So that is actually true. So, so we have yogic practices, and for your intellectual wellness, you plan with your school, no, group activities, and also reduce your gadget time. That is important for your intellectual wellness. And just to write down, no, about the substance abuse. I will stay away. I will take the help of my teachers and parents to stay away from the abuse. They will help me. And if you have not done intuition process, you do it. If you have done, practice it. Many kids very with a lot of guilt, they say, I am not practicing. It is normal, no? Sometimes you skip out of, come back again and again. So we are done now. You have some questions? Whatever in the possible time, no, I have shared. But when I talk, I understand, no, it is good if we can organize. We have other doctors who can help you. Yeah.
The parents can ask questions, Chechi.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
My kid is 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Should I make her sleep in the afternoon? Because I feel she must have had a tired day in school, like for 4 hours. So I feel I should make her sleep in the afternoon. So is it correct?
You can sleep, make the kids sleep in the afternoon. Especially that there are few things, no, physically if they're tired, they can sleep in the afternoon, and mentally exhausted also they can sleep. If they're sick, they can sleep. And make sure, no, they don't sleep too much. And half an hour sleep is good. What I would suggest is you put yoga nidra. Kids also can do yoga nidra. So when they do 20 minutes of yoga nidra, generally that is enough for them to recuperate.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Any other question?
Jai Gurudev, ma'am. This is Dhanshri. First of all, apologies for any disturbances that might occur during my call. I wanted to ask how should the kids deal with any kind of bullying kids around? Because in today's date, in today's world, it is very difficult to control how the other kids behave with our kids, and how should they take it up? Because this is something very prominent that the kids do nowadays, you know, looking at how the exposure is there with the social media, how violent kids can get. So how should the kids deal with it?
You should address it in 2 ways. One thing is externally, no, you should involve the management, the teachers and all. That is one thing. Yeah. Because sometimes bullying becomes very aggressive also. Right. And also strengthen your child, be a big support to the child, and help him to cope with the situation. Like, no, mentally make them strong, and also help them like, no, if it is becoming very physical or anything, immediately report. And also tell them, no, what is the nature of bullying. But when kids bully, it is because they are stressed or they have some very bad influence during the childhood. So that also you make them understand.
Right, because generally, if it is the same age of the kid that is bullying, probably, you know, they may try to get violent back to protect themselves. Or the worst situation that occurs is when the elder kids start bullying. So they kind of feel very, vulnerable. They feel very, helpless. And the only thing that happens is they come, heartbroken, crying that, mama, this happened, mama, that happened. Like, for instance, one of, the kid, one of the instance that I can share is a kid, in our colony ended up, saying this to my son, my elder son, that you are such a weird looking person. You don't look like a human being. You look like an alien. I'm sure you are not your parent born. You were adopted, or things like that. So my elder kid, came home, crying big time. Then I just explained him. All that I could explain him at that point of time was, you can just either ignore that person and leave from there if you can't say anything. Just don't get physically violent, because the person who has spoken will not have any proof that he has spoken like that. But if you get violent, then definitely the others will see, and they won't understand that why did you do like that, or why did you react like that. So all you can do is just ignore that person and come back, or rather I can just go to that kid's parent and talk, because some parents also get very defensive. They don't agree that their kid could talk something like that. And eventually there is nothing that can be done regarding such instances. So the kid needs some kind of validation, that how should they behave, or how should they defend themselves when something like this is spoken to them.
No, what you are doing is absolutely correct. You report to the authority, and also talk to the parents, and also talk to the person who bullies also in a safe environment. You also can talk to the person who bullies, and help your child to stand up for himself. No, you support him, and when his self-esteem grows, he can withstand. Like, we can always tell them, no, you cannot influence other people, but you can be strong from within you. And so that from both sides you are helping. So that self-esteem is what, you can tell people act differently. They have their own reason. Maybe they are stressed or in the bad atmosphere or something. So support your kid. Support the kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That is the only thing, or rather, it also depends on how the kid takes it. Because sometimes, if I talk about the other kids that I have seen, they are very, very artistic in that sense, how to reply back. But when it comes to my kid, especially, he doesn't have any replies to these kind of bullying statements.
And tell the child, you don't have to go through it silently. I am here to support you. We will face it together.
Right.
And involve the authorities always.
Right. Because, a lot of times, kids try to be, funny and make such kind of statements, even in the
very common also. And children, sometimes kids can be very cruel.
Right. So the only thing, for at least school, I told my kid to just reply back that, this is not how, the kids that study in, Guruji's school should be talking. So you rather, talking such nonsense things, it is better that you take care of your studies first, and you just work it out, how not to talk about it. So at least for the school, this is what I have told him to reply back to the kids. And then, when it comes to the kids outside, the only thing that I've told him is not to get violently, defensive.
And also, your child can get help also. You have support groups in the school, no, Binduji? You have counselors in the school?
Yeah,
Yes, Nisha ji. Yes.
Yeah. So they can give a little more attention.
They can approach the teacher and the principal. They will help them.
And also, we cannot say no, only one type of kid will come. You
Exactly.
All type of kids will come. So you have to, you have to see how to manage everything.
Right, because eventually what happens is kids will always be in a denial process that, no, I have not spoken anything like that. And then, our kids will not have any kind of proof or evidence to say or to show that something like this has happened with them. So in that sense also, things get a little helpless to some extent.
Yeah, because you don't have proof of this person, and kids can be very manipulative also.
Absolutely, absolutely. And in that sense, even, our
Mm,
kids also may not be, 100% right. That
mm,
is what even I have seen, even they can be manipulative if someone is not somebody that they really want to be with, even they may be manipulative,
mm,
saying something against that kid so that, that kid gets scolded or something like that. So
mm.
it is not 100% evident or, foolproof that, even our kid may be right or the other kid may be completely wrong or not wrong. So it is just that, how do we deal with that situation? That's it.
Yeah, you are, whatever you are doing is right. You are supporting your kid and you are uh, going with authority. So,
Ji. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Some more have raised their hands. I think.
Good morning, ma'am.
um,
Ma'am, I am Preeti
can I-
Kothari. Ma'am,
can
my
you take
question
the
is
last
related to
question?
basically.
One last question we can take. Yeah. Yeah, please go ahead.
My question is basically related to sleep. And sometimes it happens that in 7 days, for 5 days, we are not able to take complete sleep. So, ma'am, if we devote the rest 2 days for our sleep, then is it okay if we take long sleep in those 2 days so that the gap is covered?
You are talking about sleep?
Ma'am, you are not audible.
You're not audible, ma'am. You can
Sleep.
type the question.
Question is about sleep.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what is the question?
Ma'am, should I repeat?
Yeah, please.
Ma'am, my question was that ma'am, many times it is saying that ma'am, in 7 days for 5 days we are not able to complete our sleep because there are multiple schedules we need to handle. So ma'am, if we devote the other 2 weekends to complete our sleep, then ma'am, is it okay for our health?
No, daily 8 hours sleep is a must for the kid. You help the kid to schedule the whole day, because 8 hours you have rest, 16 hours are there, right? For everything. So it is not a good idea. Of course, they can sleep a little more, 2 hours more, that is okay. And there is no school. But 8 hours you
And
should
ma'am,
sleep. 8 hours of sleep daily is important for the kid.
and ma'am, if this is elders' case, then
Elder?
ma'am, if this is the case of elders, ma'am, suppose from parents, then
For elders also 8 hours sleep is a must. Only if you have less activity, then you can sleep up to 6 to 7. And then when you are a meditator, generally you sleep 5 to 6. That is a different thing. But generally, whoever
okay.
works well, 8 hours is a sleep time for elders also.
Okay.
Yeah.
And ma'am, one more thing, ma'am, why these things are not taught, ma'am, repeatedly for 10 to 15 minutes, these type of sessions are not there in school. Because ma'am, if repeatedly for 5 days, if these things are said to kids, then ma'am, it will get in the children themselves only. Ma'am, we as a parents will not be required to say them that do this, do that.
We can plan. Binduji is there, no?
Akka,
Yes,
it's
ma'am,
part
because
of
ma'am, if
our.
just 10 minutes, it is said na every day for every day that what is a
Nisha
healthy
ji,
lifestyle and why it
we
is
have
important.
special curriculum on Ayurveda science, and we have yoga session, everything. And as she says, we will definitely make sure that it gets included. It is their part of our syllabus. All the teachers, they speak in the classes, but still I'll make sure that it gets implemented in the classroom itself.
Yes, ma'am, because our education system is not having all these things, and which is more important than studies.
Okay, so can we wind up?
Nisha, if you have the time, then we have time for a few more questions. Are you?
I am teaching a silence course.
All right.
Yes, Nisha Didi,
Right.
absolutely fine.
Yeah, if we get questions,
What we will do,
send.
we will collect all the questions
Questions.
and then share it with
Yeah.
you. You can reply to those questions.
Yes. Yeah.
Principals,
We
you
can
can
do
collect it and send it to us. Yeah,
Okay.
and we will. Yeah.
Very good day.
Over to Bindu.
Very good.
Bindu.
Nisha ji, we can't thank you enough for this wonderful session. I wish we could go on and on because there will be so much. And we're so glad that there are so many parents also who have joined in. So, your information that you gave has been so enriching, especially when it's related to these kids. It's so enriching. And so beautifully you have summarized at the end. So there's, that was also so wonderful. Each of the points, be it sleep, adequate activity, adequate sleep, meditation, power of our yogic practices for our children. I mean, thank you so much. Lots of information you've given us. We really thank you from the SSRVM Trust for having come over and address this gathering. Thanks to all our parents, teachers, and principals who are here. And I can see a few students also who are here. Thank you so much. Nisha ji, as you suggested, we are also holding a separate session for the girls children and the boy children separately. So that will happen in the next 1.5 months. So that also, as just we'll be doing that. So a lot of, lot of them will be part of the audience at that time. So we will definitely do as you suggested. And yeah, thank you very, very much, everybody. Akka, thank you so much for giving all this to us. Yeah, Akka is the person behind the whole thing. Thank you so much, Akka.
Yeah,
Thank you, madam.
thank you so much. Yeah,
Thank you very much, Nisha ji, for the beautiful, wonderful session, which is the need of the
I
hour.
have one point to ask with Nisha, Dr. Nisha, sister. Hello. Hello.
Can you put it on
Can you
the
write to us?
Yeah, please write
Kindly
to
write to us.
I
and
will
we
give an
take
email
it.
ID you can write to.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we will. Yeah.
Actually, my daughter is studying in Hyderabad, Ravi Shankar School. Hello.
Yes, please send.
Hello.
Kindly
you
send
hearing
us. Kindly send us your query. We will definitely respond to your question.
I have put
Please
the email
write to
ID
us.
there. Yeah, I have put the email
Please-
ID.
Please
But
write
I'll
to
write
us
it
and we
again.
will
Sorry.
respond to you.
I'm putting the email ID
We
again.
will collect all the questions and we can share it with Nisha ji and
Yes.
we will respond to their queries.
Okay, Akka. It is academics.operations@ssrm.org. Send it to us. Yeah, we will have it collected and we'll see how to get the response from Nisha ji for you. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for your valuable time. Thanks, Dilish, for all your back end support.
Okay, Mandish.
Jai Gurudev.